My name is Lindsay Karp. I work in instructional technology at the Lincoln Center campus. I'm going to show a few tips on how to jump ahead. One of the first tips I'm going to advise in part of your design cycle when you're creating content or linking to files is the file name. You should consider what the file name should be. Very commonly, we'll get attachments with maybe, document 001 or a string of letters. And that's not very descriptive to someone who might be using a screen reader if they have visual impairment. So you want to try to keep your file names as specific as possible and prevent using any special characters or spaces in them, as that interferes with some screen readers. The same goes with URLs. When you're adding a URL, you don't want a long string of the web address. You want to try to condense it on the topic that it is. And it's very simple and via email or Blackboard to relink what the display name is. So for instance, these are definitely URLs we recognize, but they link to articles on accessibility. Okay. Another thing is when you're drafting your documents and creating them from scratch, you want to try to keep in check some of the fonts that you're using. The most commonly recommended fonts for reading accessibility and screen readers are Times New Roman or Arial, sometimes Calibri. And you want to incorporate document style formatting. This helps break up the text into dissectable, I'm going to say, similar to a table of contents of a document. So someone with a screen reader may have a 40-page document. If it's not broken up with different style headings, every time they go to read the document again, they have to start from the beginning. You can't skip ahead. So we're very familiar with our syllabus. Maybe you want to start out with that this semester. This looks very classic to what we use, but they're now used with those style headings. And then a student who's using a screen reader or someone else is able to now jump ahead to different section breaks. We were talking about earlier video captioning. YouTube has an amazing ability to capture it in English. There are an ability to edit captioning. The one that I did earlier, I typed the captions into YouTube using their tool. It didn't recognize the specific accent, but you're able to edit.
We gave Lindsay a special challenge with Alessia's video.
And captioning is also fantastic for people, not just ones who are hard of hearing, but for foreign language speakers who are learning the language. It helps emphasize actually what it is. And it's also a visual reinforcement of what's being said. So sometimes, especially maybe in a science course, there's a new word that they've never seen or heard spelled out, and they're hearing it over and over, and now they could actually see the spelling of it and make that association. And also, it's nice to break up your content with some graphics. Some people are visual learners, so if you provide different icons and chunk your content, that will be helpful for a visual learner. If you're using icons that represent ideas such as a light bulb, you don't want to use an alternative text as light bulb. You might want to mark the icon as decorative because it's saying a light bulb to someone who is visually impaired doesn't represent. That's it.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, so very much. Those tips were amazing.